You are about to experience the outer limits.
So I'm doing this funny thing that I'm calling the outer limits of Fallout 76. In each episode, I'm going to explore something new and something odd, something that's in between, something that really makes no sense, and more than anything else, something that's kind of fun, right? And silly. This first episode is of a discovery of an abandoned mine underneath Foundation. So here we are in the beginning, and you head to the cigarette machine just as you walk in, and if you don't know it already, you can use a power armor glitch, which lets you basically glitch through anything. So the way it works is you place your power armor chassis down against something where your entrance is blocked on the back, so it's obstructed. Try to get into it, and then for about 7 seconds after that, there'll be this gap of time. When those 7 seconds are up, you're gonna call that power armor onto you and lets you just push through anything. So if you push through at that point on the wall, you're gonna end up here, and you need a jetpack. And what we're gonna do is basically jetpack up there onto the rocks, and that's gonna give us a good little vantage point to look at what we see. So the first thing that we see is this completely hidden room. The next thing that we see is a floating box. I mean, it's a floating box. Guess what's in it? Toilets. Toilets and a shower. So apparently the things that live in the in-between, they like to stay clean. You know, they need good personal hygiene. I mean, look at the state of those toilets. They're cleaner than any toilet I've ever seen in Fallout. They're very tidy. There's nothing in the lockers. They tidy up after themselves. And it's a real oddity. But as you'll see as we go through the video, there's probably like a good reason for there to be lockers and basins and stuff to wash yourself with. And in the next bit of the video, we'll see why. It is a shame that there's nothing here that's like, oh my God, look, there's like a secret Easter egg, but you can't win them all. So I'll take the soap, because I also want to stay clean. Can't take the broom though. The broom is not for you. So here, jetpack over to the edge of the building so that you can basically stand on that airway. That's just a quick view of where we came from, back at Foundation. But the really interesting stuff is this stuff. Wait a second. What is that? What is that strange red beating center? I just love stuff like this. Like, I love the way that the artifacts are rendering so weird. They make great photographs. But what it is an abandoned mine inside the instance that you're in when you're in Foundation. Now look, this is just an unfinished thing, right? So the developers were either intending to ship it with Wastelanders for whatever reason. Maybe there was something there. When I first saw it, I thought, wow, might it be something to do with like the Colossal event? But from Angry Turtle's video a couple weeks ago now, it's not that. But it's definitely something that's unfinished. And there's a little clue a little later that I think means that it's for something that's yet to come, rather than something that would have been an extension to Wastelanders. But here we are inside the mine as it stands. There's not a lot to see. There's a little thing there that you can kind of jump through, but there's nothing there. But this is by no means the end of the adventure through the outer limits of Fallout 76. So let me take you with photo mode glitching through this door that will not open. And of course, we're back in the in-between where things render super strangely. Like, look at the door, right? It's fine. And then you peek your head around this bit here, which is like an unrendered piece of rock, and it just disappears and gets glitched out. I love video games. They're just wonderful, especially glitchy video games. So anyway, once you're at this point, what you want to do is jetpack up to the right. And what you'll find are, it's quite a few rocks. From that vantage point, you'll be able to spot this other thing that's hovering somewhere in the distance. So when you're looking, like, the whole view is really obscured by all the rendered artifacts, but the way you can spot something is when it persists, when it stays, like you can see that one. So let's jump to it. Now, one thing I'd say here is that this is like a super long jump. You're gonna need sunshine oil or canned coffee and jetpack, and then keep your finger down on X if you're on PlayStation or whatever it is for PC or Xbox, but you can power through and you can get to it. It's just really far away. And it's kind of like, I don't know, what do you think? I think it's probably like a sewage treatment facility for Foundation. It's where like their poop goes to die in the in-between. It's a restricted area. You don't want to go near it, but it's quite dull. I mean, there's not a lot to it. There is some sense that it's connected. So here's the last bit, and it's the bit that's connected most closely to the Foundation instance, just really blocked by that set of stairs that's blocked by rocks. So, oh man, look how cool that is. I just love the way that these things render. Take a lot of great photographs when you're in the in-between. Anyway, so yeah, just in the stairs there's always an NPC. The NPC is always different. Like, it all doesn't matter, but what's interesting is what they say.
Kind of strange.
Like, wait, you said what?
What you found down there was kind of strange.
And I think that's what's interesting. I think that there is something there that is coming. Like, there was something down there and it was really strange. That's kind of what made me initially think that it was the Colossal event, but it doesn't appear to be. Like, there's another couple of things that kind of make you think that this is for something else that's coming, and this is the last bit really to show you, and the reason why I think that there's something there is that there's this elevator. What do elevators do? Elevators are for instances. They're for getting in and out of instances, and so if you put it all together, right, you've got like Foundation, obviously a big wasteland drop, then you've got this weird hanging sewage facility, you've got a mine which has got some bits in it, and like a little work table, some fusion jennies, and an elevator, and you've got an NPC who's saying that you found something strange down there. I'd love to know what this is. I mean, I don't know that any developer or community person will see this from Bethesda, but what do you think? So anyway, that's about it. Like, it's the outer limits of Fallout 76. If you think that there's anything interesting you'd like me to go and explore, just let me know. And subscribe for more weird.
We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical.